is to transfer the wealth from Indiana to Ohio by voting yes on issue 6 on November 4th. And now I'll introduce you to my partner, Dr. Brad Pressman.
I'd like to make just a few comments following my partner, just because as individuals we feel very passionately about what's happening in the last 2-3 days in terms of a change in the way that the entire campaign is going to be perceived and the way that the entire campaign is going to go. Argosy Gambling, as we know, owned by Penn National, an Indiana gambling company, has openly and publicly stated that they intend to spend tens of millions of dollars to specifically do one thing, and that is to buy this election and squash the idea of issue 6, yes, for Ohio's resort casino. My partner and I are the two Ohioans in the state that are in favor of this issue, and we're coming up against what amounts to as an interstate bully trying to buy their way into an election. It won't work. We believe emphatically that the voters of Ohio, if told of this deception and plan, will simply reject their message out of hand. We've heard claims already that our petition isn't written correctly. I'd like to point out that the Attorney General of the state of Ohio has looked at our petition and labeled it as a fair and honest document. I'd like to point out that an entire ballot board of Ohio politicians assessed this and said it was absolutely definitely written clearly enough to be on the ballot. And I'd like to point out that 825,000 Ohioans were handed the petition. They could read every single word of it. They signed the petition. I think they understand what it means. And I think it is grossly disingenuous for a private company outside the state of Ohio to look at a petition, make a judgment like this in the face of a political process in the state of Ohio which clearly speaks to the contrary. This initiative by Argosy Casino and Penn National is doing nothing more than trying to keep Ohio down. It's not about being a white knight trying to protect Ohioans from Ohio. They were in favor of casino gambling back in 2006, pouring millions of dollars into an earn and learn initiative, which in our mind was grossly deceptive. We don't think they've changed. If you're deceptive in 2006 and you're for gambling, you'll be deceptive even when you're against gambling in 2008. That to me is actually the consummate definition of hypocrisy. You do what's best for your wallet, and that's what's happening today. We're happy to answer questions about this issue, but